Today we'll start the chapter Human Health and Disease. Okay, so let us first know what is health. All of you know that health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. Okay, so this is the definition given by WHO, World Health Organization. Now come to why we should study this chapter. There must be some importance of health, good health. Now let us know what is a good health. Why it is important to maintain a importance of good health. Okay, so why it is necessary? The first point is that if you have a good health, then your working efficiency will be increased. So it increases working efficiency. Okay, then improves productivity. Okay, and as the productivity is increasing and efficiency of a person is increasing, it promotes the economic prosperity. Promotes economic prosperity. Okay, and it is also helpful for increasing the life expectancy. Okay, so the length of life may increase, and it reduces infant mortality, reduces maternal mortality, reduces maternal mortality, and it improves as a whole, it improves the quality of life. So if your health is okay, health means if you are mentally okay, physically okay, and socially okay, then you can lead a very happy and quality life. Okay, now come to what are the factors affecting the health. Factors affecting health. The factors are, first one is genetic disorders. Okay, so these genetic disorders are present from birth. Present since birth, and since it is present since birth, so it is inherited from parents. Okay, for example, like you must be knowing some of the disease. So example, like a common example I am giving you: thalassemia, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, etc. Now next come to the second factor is infections. It is caused by the pathogens. Caused by pathogens. So I'm not explaining the pathogens in details. Pathogens are the microorganisms that infects the body and causes the disease. So here these are classified into bacterial disease. So the disease infectious pathogen may be bacteria, it may be viruses, it may be protozoa, it may be helminth, and fungi. Okay, so we'll discuss each and every one. Now, the next factor is so this is infection, and the third factor is lifestyle factor. So, because of our faulty lifestyle, we get some diseases. And healthy lifestyle, let us know what are the healthy lifestyle. So, healthy lifestyle includes balanced diet, personal hygiene, safe drinking water, then regular exercise, adequate rest, yoga, and healthy habits. Okay, so these are the healthy lifestyles, and I'm not explaining the meaning, you understand the meaning of this one. So now come to the disease. The next topic is diseases. So disease is a condition in which the normal functioning of one or more organ is disturbed. Okay, so whenever you get any disease, definitely there is some organ which is affected, because of which we get the symptoms. Okay, so when some organ is affected, then what are the characteristics of disease? The characteristics includes signs. साइंस और दैट इज पहले आपको दिखाई देगा क्या साइन है डिजीज का. देन सिम्टम्स. ओके, देन फंक्शनल डिसऑर्डर्स. एंड मॉर्फोलॉजिकल चेंजेस. तो देखो सबसे पहले है आप साइंस. जैसे आपको कोई डिजीज हुआ, तो डिजीज होने से आप देखो आप थोड़ा मेंटली आप थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब रहोगे, आपका काम में मन नहीं लगेगा. सो दैट इज अ साइन दैट you are disturbed because of some disease. Then next is symptoms. So whenever there is any disease, there are some specific symptoms of the disease. Then what will happen? Functional disorder. Now your organs will not work properly. That is called functional disorders. And ultimately, that will affect your morphology. Means morphological change, means physical change, external changes will be appeared. Okay. Now come to the classification of disease. So children, here don't confuse the fact between the factors of disease and classification of disease. So diseases are classified basically into two category, that is infectious and non-infectious. Infectious and non-infectious. Okay. So the infectious diseases are communicable. So infectious diseases are communicable, means they can spread from one person to another person, and they are always caused by some pathogens. Okay. Now, on the other hand, the non-infectious disease are non-communicable and they are not caused by any pathogen due to some other factor. Other factor means it may be genetic or lifestyle. Okay. So for example, so here infectious disease, so many are there. We are going to discuss that one by one. And here the example I am giving you, cancer. It includes cancer, genetic disorder, and lifestyle disorder. Okay. So this is how the diseases are classified. Now come to, in details we'll discuss the diseases, that is infectious diseases. So this infectious diseases, as I said, they uh, uh, the pathogens infect the body, and then the body, how it enters our body and cause the disease. Let me show you with the help of a flow chart. So pathogen enters human body, then multiply inside the human body, then damage the tissue, and cause disease. So this is how a pathogen causes the disease. Now come to the different types of disease caused by different group of microorganisms. So first one is your bacterial disease. Bacterial diseases. So under this bacterial diseases, we'll discuss some diseases which are given in your textbook. The first one is typhoid. Okay. So typhoid, I will give you each and every point, that is the causative organism. Very important. Salmonella typhi. You know how to write the scientific name. Then transmission, how it is transmitted from one person to another person. Very important. Contaminated food and water. Then now come to the symptoms. Okay. The symptoms includes high fever, that is 39 to 40 degrees Celsius. Our normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. So the temperature will increase either up to 39 degree or up to 40 degree Celsius. Then next is weakness, stomach pain, constipation, headache, and loss of appetite. So I am giving you point wise notes here, children, and that is from the Ncert only. So don't write anything other than the Ncert. Don't write any symptoms of your own. Okay. Now in severe condition, what are the symptoms? Severe condition, intestinal perforation, मीन्स इंटेस्टाइन में छेद हो जाता है. एंड व्हेन द इंटेस्टाइनल परफोरेशन टेक्स प्लेस, it is the last stage and it leads to death. Okay, now how it is diagnosed? Diagnosis by Voidal test. Okay, very important, children. So now that the famous example, I'll be giving you the typhoid, about the typhoid Mary. It is mentioned in your NCERT book. So typhoid, who is typhoid Mary? Okay, so actually typhoid Mary, who is known as typhoid Mary, her real name was Mary Miller. Okay, so she was a healthy carrier, and spreading diseases. Which disease? Typhoid, through cooking. Okay, so you must be astonished that how through cooking a disease can be spread by not maintaining the hygienic condition, because he is the potential carrier. So by maintaining the unhygienic condition, uh, unhygienic environment, she was spreading the disease. Okay, so this is about typhoid. Now come to the next one, pneumonia. A causative organism is, there are two causative organisms. One is streptococcus pneumonia and other one is Haemophilus influenza. Okay, so इसको underline करना है because these are the scientific names. Now come to the target organ. So in typhoid, which is the target organ? Intestine. Target organ in case of pneumonia is lungs, and that is particularly alveoli. Okay, now what is it's the major effect on the lungs. Major effect is that the alveoli become filled with fluid. Okay, now come to the symptoms. The symptoms includes fever, chill, cough, headache, difficulty in breathing because lungs are affected, difficulty in breathing, and in severe cases bluish lips and nails. That is severe case. So when these symptom appears, it leads to death. Okay. Now how it is spreaded? It spreads through droplets, then aerosols, and by sharing the utensils. So if you use the utensils used by the affected person, then it may be transmitted. Droplets means the droplet that comes out through your nose or mouth. Then aerosols, when you sneeze, then the small droplets mixes with the air, and that is called aerosols. By inhaling the aerosols also you can get infected. Now come to the next type of disease, that is, so the first one is bacterial disease. Now come to the next is viral disease. So the viral diseases, here we'll discuss about common cold. Okay, so common cold causative organisms are rhinoviruses. So here I am writing rhinoviruses, means it is a group of virus. So whenever you get cough and cold, it is not that you are always getting affected by the same virus. So in different time you are getting infected by the different types of rhinoviruses. Okay, so now infection sites. Infection site is nose and respiratory tract. Okay, but here remember children, not lungs. Not lungs. Only up to respiratory tract it infects. Okay, now symptoms. So the symptoms all of you know, because we all are suffering from cold and cough whenever there is change in climate. So nasal congestion. Nasal congestion, running nose, sore throat, hoarseness, cough, headache, and fatigue. Okay, so here I'll tell you, sore throat means आपका जो गले में खराश होता है, गला बैठ जाता है. तो गला बैठ जाने से आपका वॉइस होता है, वॉइस थोड़ा मोटा हो जाता है. सो उसको हम बोलते हैं होर्सनेस. ओके, नाउ कम टू ड्यूरेशन. इट stays in your body for, now come to the duration, is 3 to 7 days. अब देखो जब भी वायरल फीवर होता है मैक्सिमम 7 days, and depending upon your immunity it maybe 3 days, 4 days, or up to 7 days. Now come to transmission by sneezing, cough droplet, and contaminated objects. So if you will touch the pen, towel, utensils that is used by the patient, then a healthy person may get infected. So what are the contaminated objects? For example, पेन्स, जनरली ये स्टूडेंट के लिए मैं लिख रही हूँ, पेन्स, बुक्स, कीबोर्ड, देन कप्स, door handle, etc. Okay, so this is about your cold, cough and cold. Now protozoan disease I'm just skipping because here malaria is there, so malaria life cycle I have to explain, so that is another session I'll be taking. Okay, now come to the so I'm because I'm leaving the I'm skipping the protozoan disease, so I'm skipping here two diseases, amoebiasis and malaria. I will explain these two at a time. The next one is Helminth disease. Helminthic disease. So the Helminthic disease, now we'll discuss about two diseases, that is ascariasis, so causative organism, is ascaris. Causative organism is ascaris. Now come to symptoms. Symptoms includes internal bleeding, muscular pain, हाथ पैर में दर्द होना. Internal bleeding means actually this ascaris initially infects the intestine, then it migrates to heart, lungs. So wherever it goes, it causes internal bleeding. So fever, anemia, because the bleeding is taking place, so it leads to anemia and intestinal blockage. So these symptoms whatever I am giving here are very very specific, so don't get confused between the different diseases. Now come to the how it spreads. It spreads by the actually the egg of the ascaris contaminates the soil, water, fruits, vegetables. So if we take the contaminated or come in contact with the contaminated soil, water, and fruits, vegetables by the egg, so the egg contaminates soil, water, fruits, and vegetables. Okay, so these are the mode of transmission. Now come to the next disorder, that is filariasis. Filariasis, it is also known as elephantiasis. Why it is called elephantiasis? Because the infected person's limb becomes like the limbs of the elephant. That's why it is known as elephantiasis. So the causative organism Ucheraria Bancrofty. Okay, अंडरलाइन करना है आपको. एंड अनदर वन इज उचेरेरिया malai. Okay, now here it includes vector. Vector means it may be an insect which transmits, which it transfers the pathogen from one host to another host. Means the vector itself is a host. It transfers the pathogen to the human being. So that is why it is known as vector. The vector is female Culex mosquito. Culex mosquito. Okay. Now target organ are the lymphatic vessels. Okay. Lymphatic vessels basically in the limbs and genital organs. Okay. Now come to the symptoms. The symptoms include swelling of legs, not only legs here. So when it infects the genital organ, then there is a swelling of genital organ too. Then thickened skin, and enlargement of genital organ. Okay, so these are the symptoms. Now come to the next one, that is fungal disease. This much only about the helminthic disease. Now come to D. This is D. Fungal disease. The fungal disease includes, the common one is ringworm. Okay, so ringworm, it is caused by causative organisms. The causative organisms are microsporum, next trichophyton, and epidermophyton. Okay, so these are the causative organism and they are all fungi. They come under the category fungi. Now come to the symptoms. The symptom includes dry scaly patches, then itching and circular lesions. ओके, ड्राई स्केली पैचेस आपके बॉडी में देखिए जनरली क्या होता है, विंटर में हमारा ड्राई हो जाता है स्किन और उसमें व्हाइट स्कैर्स आते हैं. बट इफ यू आर गेटिंग सच टाइप ऑफ ड्राई स्केली पैचेस और स्कैर्स थ्रू आउट द ईयर, then it is the symptom of fungal infection. Then once your skin is dry, then the itching starts. Okay, then besides that, circular lesions, you will get circular patches, then ultimately lesion will take place. Then affected area, skins, not skins, it is skin, nail and scalp. आप जिसको रूसी बोलते हो ना, डैंड्रफ बोलते हो, दैट इज एक्चुअली द रिंग वर्म्स. इट स्प्रेड्स थ्रू towels, used towels, comb, clothes, soil even. Okay, so these are the some of the infectious disease. So here I have skipped only protozoan disease that I will discuss in my next class. Okay, now come to the preventions of infectious disease. How to prevent them? Prevention of infectious diseases, very very important, children. Whatever points I am giving, that only you have to write. So now for getting rid of the infectious disease, there are two things required. One is personal hygiene. पर्सनल हाइजीन. सो पर्सनल हाइजीन में क्या क्या आता है आपका? डेली, आप डेली बाथ, रोज नहाना है. देन हैंड वॉशिंग, क्लीन ड्रिंकिंग वाटर, प्रॉपरली कुक्ड फूड, wash fruits and vegetables. Okay, now for public hygiene, what are required? Proper waste disposal. आप जहाँ रहते हो वहाँ पर आपका वेस्ट जो है सही तरह डिस्पोज हो रहा है कि नहीं, ठीक है. अदरवाइज आपका जो वेस्ट है अगर वो गैदर होके एक जगह रहेगा तो अल्टीमेटली यू विल गेट अफेक्टेड बाय सेवरल माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स. देन क्लीन वाटर टैंक, जहाँ से हर घर को आपका वाटर सप्लाई होता है. देन सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट. So the municipality waste must be treated before releasing it into the water body. Okay, because we use the water body for several purposes. Okay, the next I'm sorry, hygienic food handling. So these are the methods by which we can maintain the public hygiene. Now come to prevention of airborne disease. Prevention of airborne disease. एयरबोर्न डिजीजेस मतलब जो डिजीज एयर के द्वारा ट्रांसमिट होता है. ओके, सो इसमें क्या करना है? नॉट टू गेट इन्फेक्टेड, अवॉइड क्लोज कॉन्टैक्ट. ओके, जैसे आपका कफ कोल्ड हुआ, निमोनिया हुआ, इस केस में क्या होता है? जो इन्फेक्टेड पर्सन होता है उसका नोज से जो ड्रॉपलेट्स निकलते हैं, ultimately these small droplets mixes with aerosol, that is aerosol is a part of air only. So you have to prevent yourself to come in close contact with such persons. Okay, cover mouth while coughing. So this is for the patient, not to spread the disease. Okay, and wear mask when necessary. Okay, now come to prevention of vector borne disease. So vector borne diseases, to prevent this, what we have to do, avoid, because vector borne diseases are caused due to the unhygienic condition in the surrounding. Okay, so avoid stagnant water, use mosquito net, use insecticide, then clean the coolers. If you are using coolers, then clean the coolers regularly, because we put water in the coolers. So clean coolers regularly. Okay, install window screens. Okay, and the most important is introduce gambusia fish टू ईट द मस्क्यूटो लार्वा. कहाँ आप ये करोगे? जहाँ पर वाटर है, ठीक है, वाटर स्टैग्नेंट वाटर है, वहीं पर अगर हम गैम्बूसिया फिश को छोड़ देंगे तो सो टू ईट द, आई एम सॉरी, ईट द मस्क्यूटो. Okay, so this gambusia fish name, very very important, children, you have to remember this one. Okay, now in our next class we'll discuss about vaccination, immunization, then antibiotics, to prevent the diseases. Okay, then we'll switch over to immunity. So for today this much only. Thank you and bye bye.